Hello to all of my friends. Wild boars are extremely strongly invasive species that are present in America. These methods, using traps to deal with millions of wild boars, are considered the most effective. So join me to find out in the following video. Invasive wild boars are becoming a serious threat to both farms and ecosystems. In particular, male pigs can cause great damage to agriculture. People have to deal with wild boars digging and destroying the soil environment, reducing crop productivity. However, they usually only invade farms when natural food becomes scarce. So why has their food source been reduced so drastically? That is due to the expansion of agricultural land exploitation for cultivation. The second reason is that the destruction of natural habitats also reduces their food source. And the third reason is that their weight also affects their food search. As a 110 pounds male wild boar requires approximately 4,000 to 4,500 calories of food per day. Their great weight not only puts great pressure on natural food sources but also causes serious damage to farms. Each year, their invasion causes heavy damage to farmers' vegetation, affecting agricultural production and the local economy. When faced with the problem of wild boar infestations, Florida residents have found an effective solution with the use of the Hogfoot snare trap. Every day, they install a series of these traps in quantities of 5 to 10. To install traps, people choose locations that are paths or areas where wild boars often look for food. But before installation, they need to prepare carefully by checking and cleaning the area where the trap is located and removing obstructions that may interfere with the trap. The trap setting process begins with choosing a suitable location and digging a deep hole to place the trap. They then carefully install the trap into the hole, making sure it was firmly fixed and didn't move when a wild boar entered. Once the trap has been installed, people need to regularly check and maintain it to ensure effectiveness. Thanks to the implementation and careful management of the Hogfoot snare trap, Floridans have been able to minimize the impact of feral swine on their farms and habitats while protecting their habitat. An integral part of the trapping process is the preparation of the bait. The process of preparing bait to trap wild pigs in Florida requires care and thoroughness. In particular, people here often use corns as the main ingredient. To enhance the bait's effectiveness, corn is often mixed with orange jello, an attractive flavor and used to attract wild boars. Mixing corn with orange jello not only increases the appeal of the bait, but also helps it retain its scent and flavor longer, making it easier for wild boars to detect and approach. What has happened is that using the above method, using lick traps and bait has proven its effectiveness in controlling wild boars. Every day, the number of wild boars caught in traps has increased significantly in 2023. Through the use of traps, people have detected a significant increase in the number of wild boars caught. This is a positive sign that this method is working, helping them protecting their crops and property from wild boars. However, the question remains whether capturing wild boars is the final and most effective solution. Are there other methods they could use to prevent wild boars from entering more effectively? Comment below and share your views in using lake traps to control feral swine in Florida. Another method of dealing with wild boars is to use net traps, which are more effective and convenient than iron traps. The net trapping process is considered more effective, and the outstanding feature is that it can catch many wild boars in one trapping session. Setting net traps usually does not take much time compared to iron traps due to the simple and quick installation process. First, people place nets next to large fields. Lures are usually placed in the center of the trap, so they can easily get caught in the net. Every time they invade, a large number of wild boar populations can be captured, increasing efficiency and reducing people's time and effort. Are you curious about how net traps works? Net traps are often designed to activate when a wild boar collides with the net. At that time, the trap will automatically collapse, making the pig trapped and the net unable to escape. This mechanism often includes the use of surrounding columns to hold the net. This creates a closed cage-like mesh trap structure, preventing wild boars from escaping without harming them. Although trapping to control feral swine shows promise, significant challenges remain. Cost is one of the important factors, with costs associated with purchasing the traps, transporting them, and maintaining them. At the same time, Florida's harsh and varied terrain also increases the difficulty of setting traps and maintaining them. Carrying out the trapping process also requires careful management and organization. However, by overcoming these challenges, Floridians can continue to develop effective methods to control feral swine and protect their habitat. Comment number 1 if you agree with the net trap method. Comment number 0 if you agree with the lake trap method.
These approaches have been great at stopping the spread of some invasive species. Got any ideas for even better solutions? Drop your thoughts in the comments so we can all dive into it together. Thanks for sticking around and watching the whole video. If you liked it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And hey, be sure to tell your friends about us too so they can check it out. Bye and see you in the next video.